think we need to look at it as a test for dedication to start with, because it's not obvious to become a high priest, or um, even if we think, that we are in service, it takes a different category, I would even say, a different level of dedication in terms of actually being able to see oneself and to see all the agendas that are hidden or close to the surface or deep in ourself when we come to deal with holiness. Or, and I think one of the terms which is really not understood, not understood, is sort of defying definition, is holiness. Okay, there's so many, including the book of Otto in relation to holiness. All of it coming into actually trying to sort of um, sort it or almost pick it up from Torah. It always speaks about God being holy, sacred, and us being able to become it. So through, let's say, for the title of the contract is being, as I said, a kingdom of priests. Then it will be a gathering of holies, meaning that it will be not only separated, but what I wanted to say that, for example, holiness, which we usually do not associate it, has to do with morality, with moral. So if life is sacred, you cannot kill children and you cannot kill pregnant women as a whole. It doesn't matter if you're a Muslim or a Jew. So it becomes a moral edict, holiness. So, so you, actually, if you don't embrace it as this is what you're going to serve, because life is sacred, then what actually you're serving apart from yourself? So it's not only your life which is sacred. All life are sacred. Definitely of those you are able to say that at least you are not only that you're not supporting it, but you're actually against it. Okay, you don't have to. You can't do much, but at least you can say that. Yeah. So this is why I say it's a depth of dedication to all to just to truth, to justice, to truth, to being just. I mean, to grace and to peace, and then it includes in it as well holiness and as well belief. Okay, so because it has to go above reason. This is why we need to set apart every time a different level of I would say of mistreating ourselves or mistreating all this the possible relation with a higher or possible relation with the creator. So this is actually what is why it appears in where the Torah is actually drawing what I said, space-time in which we can meet the possibility of holiness. Okay, and it comes from actually shattering, because in holiness there is sort of an inspection of the high, whether we sort of reformed what was needed, what was given to us as an opportunity to reform in terms of work. I mean, so Now there are different levels of virgin, uh, misused, I would say, or what is called a prostitute, meaning using it um, for not, using it for ourselves to be nourished, and not actually to be able to serve. So there are different levels in which each level of what we put in, in terms of our matter. Our matter, it's our desires, our thought, what we sort of transmute into intention, or ask that it will be transmuted into intent. So it needs to be new in terms of something that was not used. It's not because I fell from, let's say, from the grace of the study, which happens a lot. uh, I'm asking to return to the same place,
Mm.
or to return to the same intensity or pleasure. Okay, that is using actually, it can be or a widow or whore. It depends on the content of actually what I'm asking. Okay,
Mm.
so it gives you different way to actually be able to observe your dedication.
Mm.
Yeah, where from you're coming into the work. So um, this. So it's a,
Witness.
just a, it's a whole, it's an almost personal meeting within the work, and the personal that becomes a community,
Mm.
which is a holiday. Yeah.
What does every day anew mean?
Every day it means every illumination, not day in terms of 24, not in terms of hours, in terms of illumination that is possible. That's every day. It's mm, every model or module of possibility of light that appears. So this is every day. Every time there is recognition, because there is all the time, but not every time there is a recognition of this illumination. So when there is a recognition, it's a day.
So they could be even every second. I mean, every breath and every step and every.
Yeah, but we're not able to grasp it in that speed.
Mm.
So um, it's you need to sort of get the speed of its appearance or its action is not perceivable by us. What we perceive is actually the after effect. So this is why we're saying we cannot perceive it, we can perceive its action.
Mm.
Okay? Its
Mm.
deeds.
Mm.
Okay. So this is when we perceive the deed of the light, it's called a day. So every illumination that actually reveals to us the state of us need us to actually enter the work like a virgin, meaning as though we don't know, we actually really don't know, but we agree to it, that we need to go above, that we need to grow above, and we need the help of securing or building, or creating actually the new screen, okay, which is a new intention. Yeah. So this is actually what is being discussed here, and this is what I'm saying, as everything that he speaks about the priest and the woman, which means the vessel that he's able to work with, is almost on a description of a person within a community. And then there is what this work can actually cause as an illumination for a community, which is a holiday. Okay.
I find it's incredibly hard to let go of I would call it, I don't know, sentiment, integration, whatever that happened sometime during studying Kabbalah in the last 5 years, and kind of not an idea of trying to get to that again and get to beyond. And there's this kind of idea of a blank sheet of paper, of the nothingness. I find that very hard to
Mm.
um, not to compare, not to miss it, not
Mm.
to.
Yeah, but I'm not sure that um, a blank, because you see, when we speak about Torah, we speak about the whiteness of the surface,
Mhm.
okay, which is wisdom, and and the color of the ink or the color that the letters are being drawn. But actually, there's no white paper or white surface without the letters. So there's never a white
Beautiful.
paper, okay?
Mm. Mm.
So the intention or the recognition, you can say that if you don't have the consciousness or um, actually being able to be aware of that which is coming into reforming, or that which is coming into the process of reformation, which is, let's say, the black ink, you there's nothing will come to meet you.
This is beautiful.
Okay, so
Wow.
okay, this is
That's
how sort of to think about it.